Hi, I'm Choon and it's Movie Day on Razor Pop today. I have two guests with me. First, resident movie writer Jason Johnson and TMP's resident movie writer Jeanmarie Tan. Okay, now it's the fun part where I try to dig into the skeletons in your movie closet. Okay, what was the worst rating you've ever given in all your years of reviewing movies?
I think I've only given 1 star. Like, we rate out of 5 stars. I gave because I love movies. I love bad movies. I love any kind of movies.
You love bad.
I think you can see the good in every bad movie.
I can see the good in any movie. But there was one movie I gave 1 star. I can't even remember the name. It was a Hong Kong documentary about the search for Noah's Ark.
Oh, is it?
And they wound up on this mountain in Tibet or God knows where.
Why are you watching such movies?
No, I mean, they invited
was
me
it
to this
actually
movie.
released?
It was released. And this guy, they ended up in a cave, throwing rocks into this cave that was apparently the inside of Noah's Ark. And I'm like, well, if it's Noah's Ark, you shouldn't be throwing rocks at it. And you see the rocks go in, and they're like, yeah, that's got to be Noah's Ark. It was the strangest thing I ever
Kong.
Yeah, it was made in Hong Kong. It was a bunch of Chinese guys who wanted to find Noah's Ark. And in the end, they seemed very convinced that they'd found it. But I think most in the audience were left sort of scratching their heads.
Okay.
The very worst movie I'd ever seen. Yeah.
Okay. But it still warranted 1 star.
I think that was the only time I gave 1 star.
Only time?
I think it probably was.
Yeah, Jason is very generous.
I'm very generous.
We have seen that in our newspaper
just
press
take a look at
reviews
it.
as well.
Okay, about Jean.
I think probably the worst one was also one. And it was The Promise.
The Promise.
Which one was that?
What's that? Jang Dong-gun, Hiroyuki Sanada, Nicholas Z, Cecilia Cheong. It was a star-studded cast, and it was kind of supposed to be a great film, an epic period. Yeah,
was that the Chen one?
Chen Kaige.
Yeah, with the guys running around very quickly.
And the bird.
That was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible.
I think did I watch it with you, Jeanmarie?
Yes, I gave it 2.5 stars.
What happened with that movie?
Yeah, I was maybe you're just too generous, but it was so hilariously bad. Okay, I found some parts really hilarious, but I think that made me that was my total low, all-time low.
All-time low.
And I think I sort of stay away from Asian movies.
Oh dear. What about was there a rating you regretted? Turn left, turn right. I know.
Turn left, turn right.
No, okay. Yes, I did give Turn Left, Turn Right.
How many stars?
5. Perfect score. That was the Takeshi Kaneshiro.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Gigi Liang
one. Yeah, and
you're a sucker for Takeshi, right?
No, I think I watched it with Jeanmarie as well.
What's the reverse?
I know. And I remember,
I don't jinx you.
I mean, I remember I gave it. It was a very spontaneous rating, and I remember coming out of the cinema and wiping away my tears and going 5 stars.
Yeah,
and when you go back, I don't know whether it happens for you, Jason, but when you go back and you kind of think about it when you're writing the movie, sometimes you come up with a different rating, right?
Totally.
But I decided to just stick to my really gut feeling, and I just watched it, and yeah.
But I think that's good to do. I think it's good for a critic to do that, and it makes for more entertaining reviews as well. If you have a strong feeling, even if you think it's wrong, I think it's best to just go with that feeling.
Yeah, but I do. Well, that was quite a while, many years back, and I feel like I have sort of toned down on my 5-star rating. Yeah, and so far I think the highest I've given for the past few years is just 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, coming back, we were actually talking about the first movie pullout in the newspaper. Okay, it comes out every Thursday, right? Okay, we always end with a razorism. So can you give me one good quote about why, our viewers should buy TMP every Thursday?
Well, for one thing, no other English newspaper has a dedicated, movie section. Some of them do try to, but they dilute it with other news. But this is something that's so easy to take out, and it's your week's fix of everything to do with movies. It's written in a very tongue-in-cheek, fun style. We don't take ourselves too seriously. And it's only 80 cents, right? Yeah, and it's free. You still get the news with it, and there are just some really amazing infographics as well. Also not found in other papers. So I would think this is a very unique product.
Okay. In short, I would say, okay, there are the movies, and movies are done. Okay, thank you for coming.
Thanks very much.
Wave to camera now.
Yo, what up?
你要戒还是我
Yo, what up?
你要戒还是我
It's Razor Pop lah.